Close your eyes and imagine yourself standing in the middle of the Sahara Desert, a vast ocean of sand, where endless dunes stretch beyond the horizon, where the sun hangs in the sky like a colossal ball of fire, scorching every grain of sand beneath your feet until it burns. The heat rises from the ground, seeping into your skin, making every cell in your body shrink from dehydration. Your breath grows heavy, not just because of the air you inhale, but because each breath carries the dry, searing heat of the land. Every gust of wind offers no relief, only a wave of blistering warmth, carrying fine grains of sand that slice against your skin like tiny blades. And to survive in the Sahara, you cannot be just an ordinary person. You must be a warrior, a survivor, someone who understands the ruthless laws of nature. You must know how to find water in this arid wasteland, how to shield your body from the scorching heat of the day and the bone-chilling cold of the night, how to navigate by the stars when the wind erases every trace of your path. Are you ready? Join us as we explore the mysteries of the Sahara. Geographical location. In the vast expanse of North Africa, the Sahara Desert sprawls across more than 9 million square kilometers. A colossal natural laboratory where science and mystery converge. It is a place where tectonic forces and ancient climatic shifts have sculpted a landscape that both astounds and inspires curious minds. Stretching from the roaring Atlantic Ocean on its western edge to the glowing embers of the Red Sea in the east, the Sahara is a geographic marvel. Its northern border brushes against the sparkling Mediterranean, while its southern edge melts into the semi-arid Sahel, a transition zone of life and climate. The desert touches a mosaic of countries: Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Western Sahara, Sudan, and Tunisia, each adding a unique chapter to its story. Beneath this immense canvas, the shifting boundaries of the Sahara are etched by the passage of time and the force of ancient waters. Scientists marvel at how the desert's formation reflects the interplay of plate tectonics, erosion, and climatic extremes over millions of years. From a geological perspective, the Sahara is a palimpsest, where every layer of sediment tells a tale of past oceans, lush grasslands, and eventual desiccation. Its location is not just a matter of latitude and longitude, it is a nexus where the elements and human history have converged to create a unique ecosystem. As researchers peer into satellite images, they see evidence of ancient riverbeds and fossilized remains that whisper secrets of a wetter, more vibrant past. The desert's boundaries, though vast, reveal a continuity of natural processes that have molded the region into a dynamic, living entity. In scientific circles, the Sahara is celebrated as a natural archive, preserving evidence of climatic cycles that have repeated over tens of thousands of years. Its very existence challenges our understanding of survival in extreme conditions, making it a prime subject for studies in geology and climatology. The Sahara's location makes it a focal point for global research into desertification and environmental change. Here, the relentless march of the sun and wind creates a backdrop for experiments that unlock the mysteries of planetary evolution. For adventurous scientists and curious students alike, the Sahara offers an unparalleled glimpse into the forces that shape our world. It is as if the desert itself invites you to explore its boundaries, to question what lies beneath each shifting dune and rugged outcrop. Every expedition into this region is a journey back in time, where the present is interwoven with the echoes of ancient epochs. The Sahara's geographic story is not static. It is a dynamic narrative of change, resilience, and the ceaseless power of natural forces. And so, standing on its edge, one is compelled to wonder what scientific marvels and untold secrets await discovery in this boundless realm. As the wind sweeps across its expansive plains, the desert reminds us of the sublime power of nature. In every direction, The Sahara offers a gateway into a world where the past and present dance in unison. Terrain. The terrain of the Sahara is a symphony of natural formations, each note composed by millions of years of geological artistry. It is not merely a sea of sand, rather, it is a complex mosaic of rugged plateaus, ancient rock formations, and vast ergs that defy simple description. Hamadas, extensive rocky plateaus, rise like the remnants of long-forgotten civilizations, their surfaces pockmarked by erosion and time. These stone expanses bear witness to the dramatic shifts in Earth's crust, telling stories of volcanic activity and tectonic upheaval. Interwoven among these solid terrains are regs, gravel plains where countless pebbles and dust particles are stirred by the persistent wind. The desert's erg, or sand seas, present an ever-changing tapestry of dunes that roll and reshape themselves with each passing storm. Each dune, with its sinuous curves and towering heights sometimes over 180 meters, is a product of the intricate dance between wind and sand. In these swirling sands, tiny particles are lifted and transported over great distances, a process known as saltation that fascinates geologists. The formation of sand itself is a story of relentless abrasion and chemical weathering, where rocks are slowly ground into fine grains. Occasionally, depressions and salt flats known as chotts emerge, their surfaces reflecting the blinding sunlight like mirrors from another world. Mountain ranges such as the Ahagar, Tabesti, and Ayer stand as monumental testaments to the forces of uplift and erosion, punctuating the flat desert expanse. These mountains, often cloaked in mystery and myth, reveal layers of sediment that chronicle ancient climatic shifts and environmental transformations. The intricate interplay of hard rock and soft sand creates a landscape where every feature is the result of ongoing natural experiments. The terrain is not static. It is in constant flux as wind, water, and temperature conspire to sculpt new forms and erase old ones. The relentless sandstorms that periodically sweep the desert serve as nature's own sculptors, carving patterns and smoothing rough edges. Each gust of wind carries with it a history written in grains, a microcosm of Earth's geological evolution. The stark contrast between the rugged rocky areas and the fluid, shifting sands creates a dynamic environment ripe for scientific study. This rugged beauty has inspired countless scientists, from geomorphologists to climatologists, to unravel the secrets hidden in the desert's contours. It is a place where the laws of physics and chemistry come alive, observed in the ceaseless transformation of the landscape. In the Sahara's terrain, every rock, dune, and crevice is a storyteller, narrating the epic saga of a planet in constant evolution. Climate and weather. The climate of the Sahara is as formidable as it is fascinating, setting the stage for a drama of extremes. Beneath an unyielding sun, the days are blisteringly hot, with temperatures often soaring above 50 degrees Celsius. The intense heat transforms the desert into a realm of shimmering mirages and soaring thermals. Yet as the sun retreats, the temperature drops dramatically, revealing a stark contrast that defines this land. Nights in the Sahara bring an unexpected chill, a reminder of the desert's dual nature. This extreme diurnal temperature variation is a dance of light and shadow that captivates the senses. Rain, when it does occur, is a rare and precious event, punctuating long, dry spells with fleeting bursts of life. In the hyper-arid central regions, rainfall is a scarce commodity, often amounting to just a few millimeters annually. However, at the fringes near the Mediterranean and Sahel, the climate softens slightly, hinting at seasonal rains and a touch of fertility. The erratic weather patterns create microclimates that support pockets of vegetation and animal life. Dust storms, driven by relentless winds, can sweep across the landscape, blurring the boundary between sky and earth. These storms are both a harbinger of change and a sculptor of the desert's surface, redistributing sand and shaping dunes. The climate of the Sahara is a masterclass in resilience, forcing both flora and fauna to adapt in ingenious ways. Each day is a battle against the elements, where survival depends on the ability to withstand intense heat and sudden cold. The relentless sun and clear skies amplify the effects of radiation, making the Sahara one of the most radiant places on Earth. This radiation not only fuels the weather, but also creates an almost otherworldly glow over the landscape. Travelers often find themselves humbled by the sheer force of nature that dominates this environment. The Sahara's weather is a constant reminder of the delicate balance between destruction and renewal. Its climate tells a tale of extremes that both challenges and inspires those who call it home. In the interplay of light, heat, and shadow, the Sahara's weather weaves a timeless story of endurance and beauty. Natural landscapes. The natural landscapes of the Sahara are a mesmerizing collage of science and art, where every vista is a testament to Earth's creative forces. Expansive sand seas, such as Erg Chebi and the Grand Erg Oriental, undulate like golden waves, a dynamic ocean of ever-shifting dunes. These dunes are sculpted by wind, each ripple and crest a product of countless hours of aeolian processes that transform loose sand into intricate patterns. The formation of these dunes is a story of physics in motion, where wind speed, direction, and the size of sand grains converge to create breathtaking structures. Beyond the dunes, ancient rock formations and vast plateaus rise dramatically, bearing the scars of erosion and the marks of ancient water flows. The Tassili Niger Plateau, with its surreal rock art and mysterious geological formations, serves as a window into a time when the Sahara was a lush and vibrant land. In this landscape, every outcrop and valley reveals layers of sediment that scientists study to reconstruct Earth's climatic and geological history. The Rishat structure, famously known as the Eye of the Sahara, captivates researchers with its perfect circular formation, hinting at the mysteries of underlying geological processes. As the sun traverses the sky, shadows dance across the landscape, highlighting the dramatic contrast between hard rock and soft sand. Each natural feature in the Sahara is the result of a delicate balance between erosion and deposition, a constant interplay that reshapes the land over millennia. The desert's seemingly barren stretches occasionally burst into life with the appearance of temporary oases, glimmers of water, and greenery amid the arid expanse. These fleeting moments of abundance reveal the resilience of nature and the intricate connections between water, soil, and climate. For geologists, the natural landscapes of the Sahara are a vast outdoor laboratory where every rock and dune offers clues to the planet's dynamic past. The interplay of light and shadow on the dunes creates an ever-changing mosaic, a visual reminder of nature's impermanence. As the wind sculpts the sand into ripples and ridges, it leaves behind a signature that speaks to the constant renewal of the desert's surface. In the early hours of the morning, the desert awakens with a soft glow, transforming the sand into a canvas painted in hues of gold, amber, and crimson. By afternoon, the stark clarity of the sky accentuates every detail, allowing even the most subtle formations to be admired. As dusk falls, the natural world seems to pause, inviting onlookers to ponder the vastness and complexity of this ancient land. In the Sahara, the natural landscapes are not merely a backdrop for adventure. They are living narratives of geological and climatic evolution, waiting to be deciphered by inquisitive minds. The interplay of light and shadow across these features creates dramatic vistas at every hour of the day. As the sun moves, the landscapes seem to transform, revealing hidden details and textures. The vast emptiness is punctuated by unexpected bursts of color, rare oases, where life still thrives amidst the desolation. These oases, with their shimmering water and lush vegetation, are like jewels embedded in the golden sands. The natural landscapes inspire a sense of wonder, urging visitors to pause and reflect on the grandeur of creation. Every rock, dune, and valley has a story etched into its surface, a silent testimony to millennia of natural evolution. Each step taken in this realm is a step back in time, connecting the present with ancient epochs. The Sahara's natural landscapes are a symphony of light, texture, and color, harmonizing to create a scene of unrivaled majesty. In this timeless expanse, nature writes an epic tale of survival, transformation, and eternal wonder. Characteristic flora and fauna. In the midst of the Sahara's harsh environment, life flourishes in the most unexpected ways. The flora here is a study in resilience, with each plant a survivor of the relentless desert. Drought-hardy acacias stand as silent sentinels, their branches reaching out like the arms of ancient guardians. Date palms, nurtured in the precious oases, sway gracefully in the sparse breeze. Tamarisks and other hardy shrubs cling to life along ephemeral watercourses, their roots delving deep into the parched earth. Amidst this sparse vegetation, every plant is a miracle of adaptation, flourishing where few others can. The fauna of the Sahara is equally remarkable, embodying nature's ingenuity in the face of extreme conditions. The Addax antelope roams the dunes with an elegance that belies its tough existence in the arid climate. Dromedary camels, the ships of the desert, are true icons of survival, carrying both people and stories across the sands. Reptiles, including nimble monitor lizards and stealthy sand vipers, have evolved unique strategies to navigate the scorching terrain. In the sparse brush and rocky outcrops, small mammals and birds eke out an existence, each adapted to conserve every precious drop of water. Nocturnal creatures emerge under the cool veil of night, their eyes glinting as they scurry, in search of sustenance. Even the seemingly lifeless sand plays host to a myriad of insects and tiny organisms, each playing a role in the delicate desert ecosystem. Every species here is a chapter in a larger narrative of endurance and adaptation, thriving against all odds. The interplay between flora and fauna creates a balanced ecosystem where life clings tenaciously to survival. Each plant provides shelter and nourishment to the animals that have made the desert their home. In this realm, the cycle of life is both harsh and inspiring, a reminder of nature's relentless will to endure. The resilience of these species not only fascinates scientists, but also stirs the hearts of all who witness their quiet persistence. Their survival strategies, from deep roots to water-storing humps, are lessons in resourcefulness and adaptation. Humans in scientific research. The human narrative in the Sahara is as rich and layered as the desert itself, woven through with tales of exploration, survival, and scientific discovery. For centuries, nomadic tribes like the Tuareg have navigated this harsh landscape, their lives a continuous dialogue with the ever-changing sands. These resilient people have passed down a wealth of traditional knowledge, including methods for water conservation and navigation by the stars. Ancient rock engravings and cave paintings scattered across the desert are not only artistic expressions, but also historical records of a once thriving human presence. Modern scientists are drawn to the Sahara as a natural laboratory where the effects of climate change, erosion, and desertification can be observed in real time. Geologists study rock formations and sediment layers to piece together the region's dramatic history, from ancient riverbeds to former lakes that once cradled life. Climatologists analyze the desert's weather patterns, fascinated by the extreme diurnal temperature variations and the impact of sandstorms on atmospheric dynamics. Archaeologists uncover remnants of ancient civilizations, deciphering how early humans adapted to shifting environmental conditions through innovative strategies. The Sahara's remote regions have also become hotspots for astronomical research, with its crystal-clear skies, offering unobstructed views of the cosmos. Researchers install remote sensors to monitor seismic activity and atmospheric conditions, gathering data that informs our understanding of Earth's natural processes. Expeditions into the desert often combine modern technology with traditional wisdom, creating a rich dialogue between past and present. Local guides, steeped in ancestral lore, share insights that complement scientific findings, adding depth to our understanding of this enigmatic region. Each discovery in the Sahara, whether a fossil, an ancient artifact, or a unique weather pattern, adds a new piece to the puzzle of Earth's history. The challenges of conducting research in such an extreme environment only serve to heighten the sense of adventure and the allure of discovery. Scientific research here is a multidisciplinary endeavor, drawing together geologists, climatologists, biologists, and historians in a collaborative quest for knowledge. The data collected in this vast expanse informs global models of climate change, offering a glimpse into the potential future of arid regions worldwide. Fieldwork in the Sahara is both demanding and exhilarating, where every sample collected is a testament to the delicate balance between nature and time. Researchers often find that the desert, despite its seemingly hostile environment, is remarkably rich in natural archives and hidden treasures. In every expedition, every study, and every discovery, the human connection to the Sahara is a story of perseverance, wonder, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. history, and important events. The Sahara has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, with ancient caravans traversing its vast dunes to connect cultures across continents. These trade routes carried gold, salt, and ideas, transforming the desert into a vibrant conduit of commerce and innovation. Remnants of caravanserais and fortified settlements still stand as echoes of this bustling past. Archaeological discoveries, including rock art and ancient inscriptions, reveal the ingenuity of early inhabitants, adapting to extreme conditions. Shifts from lush landscapes to arid expanses are recorded in the layers of sediment, illustrating dramatic climatic changes over millennia. Fossils found in dry riverbeds tell the tale of a once vibrant ecosystem that has long since succumbed to desertification. European explorers in more recent centuries further unraveled the Sahara's mysteries, documenting its harsh beauty and scientific wonders. Historical events in the desert continue to inform modern studies on climate evolution and human resilience. In essence, the Sahara's storied past is a living archive where the interplay of human endeavor and natural forces has shaped its enduring legacy. Experiences and adventure tourism. For the intrepid soul, a journey into the Sahara is not just a trip. It is an immersive adventure into the heart of Earth's natural wonders and scientific mysteries. Imagine embarking on a 3-day expedition where each moment is a blend of survival skills and the thrill of discovery. At dawn, as the first light paints the dunes in hues of pink and gold, adventurers set out with camel caravans, their every step synchronized with the ancient rhythms of the desert. To brave the harsh conditions, they pack essentials, ample water stored in durable canteens, lightweight yet insulating clothing, and advanced navigation tools powered by solar energy. Experts recommend layering clothes to manage the searing daytime heat and the sudden, bone-chilling cold of desert nights. With every gust of wind that stirs the fine sand, one witnesses a natural spectacle, a sandstorm brewing on the horizon, a reminder of the desert's untamed power. These sandstorms, though daunting, are part of the scientific allure, demonstrating the raw dynamics of fluid motion and sediment transport. During daylight, explorers might pause to examine the intricate patterns formed by shifting sands, each ripple a testament to millennia of wind-driven artistry. Along the way, they uncover hidden oases, rare pockets of water where date palms and tamarisks flourish, offering a glimpse into nature's resilience. Local guides, whose families have traversed these routes for generations, share stories of survival and ancient legends intertwined with scientific observations. As the afternoon heat reaches its zenith, travelers take shelter under the sparse shade of desert shrubs, marveling at the geological formations that have witnessed the passage of time. In these moments, the desert transforms into an open-air laboratory where one can study the effects of thermal expansion and the physics of light on sand grains. When night falls, the desert sky unveils an unparalleled celestial display, an endless canopy of stars undimmed by urban lights, perfect for stargazing and astronomical musings. The crisp, clear air allows for detailed observations of constellations and the Milky Way, igniting the imagination of anyone with a passion for science. Campfires become centers of communal storytelling, where science and folklore merge as travelers discuss the theories behind the desert's shifting sands and the origins of its unique landforms. With each passing hour, the desert tests their endurance, from the extreme dehydration risks to the biting cold that can seep into one's bones, a real-world lesson in survival science. Yet, every challenge is met with ingenuity and preparedness, turning the experience into an unforgettable adventure that hones both mind and body. The interaction with the environment Studying the effects of the harsh climate, analyzing the geological strata, and observing adaptive wildlife provides a hands-on education in earth sciences. As the journey draws to a close, the explorers leave with more than memories. They carry a deeper understanding of the scientific marvels that the Sahara embodies. This immersive adventure into the desert is a clarion call for every curious mind, a journey where the spirit of exploration meets the profound mysteries of our planet. The history of the Sahara, with its caravan routes and ancient settlements, enriches our understanding of human progress. Adventure tourism transforms the experience of this land into a personal odyssey full of awe and introspection. Every encounter in the desert deepens our connection to nature and the timeless rhythms of the earth. The Sahara challenges us to look beyond the obvious and to find beauty in even the harshest conditions. Its silent yet powerful presence invites us to ponder the mysteries of life and the passage of time. As the sun sets over the endless dunes, the desert whispers tales of survival, transformation, and eternal wonder. The legacy of the Sahara is written in every grain of sand, every rugged peak, and every ancient relic it harbors. Sahara is not just a desert, it is a testament to Earth's relentless creativity and resilience. Its shifting dunes, rugged plateaus, and extreme climate showcase the power of natural forces, shaping the planet over eons. Life here, from deep-rooted plants to resilient animals, is a masterclass in adaptation, thriving despite unforgiving conditions. Human history, etched in ancient trails and forgotten ruins, bridges myth with science, revealing a once thriving crossroads of civilization. Scientific research in the Sahara unravels secrets of climate change, geology, and survival, making it a living archive of Earth's transformations. Adventure in this vast expanse is not just about thrill-seeking, it is a journey into the raw forces of nature and the essence of endurance. To spend 3 days here is to embrace extremes, where the cold of night rivals the heat of day, and the sky unveils an untouched celestial panorama. Every grain of sand carries a story, every gust of wind whispers Earth's past, and every sunrise hints at mysteries yet to be unraveled. Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the ancient ice, untouched, unseen, and unspoken? If there are creatures that have survived in eternal darkness, never captured on film or in science journals? And what stories have been frozen in time, hidden from the internet and the modern world? Today, we take you beyond the edge of the known map, to the Arctic. Not just the coldest and most remote place on Earth, but a realm of riddles still unsolved. Remnants of lost civilizations buried in permafrost. Natural phenomena that defy scientific explanation. Legends whispered by the Inuit people, never before shared in any documentary or online post. If you're someone who craves the unknown, thrives on mystery, and lives for exploration, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share this journey with fellow adventurers. And don't forget to drop a comment below about the moment that surprised you most on our Arctic expedition. Chapter 1. The Circumpolar Web, where ice connects worlds. The Arctic is not a barren wasteland. It's a living, breathing crossroads of humanity and nature. Picture this, a place where the sun refuses to set for months, where the northern lights paint the sky in ghostly greens, and where temperatures plunge so low your breath freezes midair. Yet against all odds, life thrives here in ways that defy imagination. Eight nations share this frozen frontier: Canada, Greenland, Russia, the US, and the Nordic lands, each bound by ice but divided by politics. What if I told you that beneath this icy surface lies a hidden web of connections? Indigenous peoples like the Inuit, Sami, and Nenets have navigated these lands for millennia, reading the snow like a map and predicting storms by the wind's whisper. Their wisdom is the Arctic's unwritten library. But how do you build a life where winter lasts 9 months? Ask a Sami reindeer herder, guiding his herd across tundra that stretches forever. Or an Inupiat hunter in Alaska, waiting for the bowhead whale's return. Their survival hinges on traditions so precise, so attuned to nature, that modern science is only now beginning to understand them. Yet change is coming, fast. The ice that once locked ships out now melts, revealing new shipping lanes, oil fields, and battlefields for power. Russia militarizes its coast. Canada races to protect its sovereignty. Greenland eyes independence as its glaciers crumble. The Arctic is no longer remote. It's the front line of climate change in geopolitics. But here's the twist. The Arctic's greatest strength isn't its oil or strategic location, it's its people. In Norway, Sami activists fight to preserve their language. In Nunavut, Inuit artists carve stories into soapstone, keeping legends alive. In Siberia, Nenets nomads trek 800 miles a year with their reindeer, unfazed by Putin's pipelines. So let me ask you, can the Arctic balance progress and preservation? Or will it become another victim of the modern world's hunger? The answer lies in the hands of those who call it home, and in our, as we watch, learn, and decide what role we'll play. One thing's certain, the Arctic doesn't need saving. It needs listening to. Chapter 2, Alaska, The Last Frontier's Melting Reality. Alaska isn't just America's final frontier. It's ground zero for climate chaos. Imagine a place where grizzlies roam glaciers, where entire villages are crumbling into the sea, and where the winter night lasts 65 days. This is where the planet's future is being written, one melting permafrost layer at a time. Start in Utqiagvik, formerly Barrow, the northernmost U.S. town. Here, Inupiat elders teach kids to hunt seals just as their ancestors did, but now the ice forms later and thins sooner. A single missed hunt can mean empty freezers. Meanwhile, in Prudhoe Bay, oil rigs pump billions of barrels, funding Alaska's economy while staining its conscience. Ever seen a drunken forest? It's what happens when permafrost thaws, tilting trees like tipsy giants. Roads buckle. Pipelines leak. And ancient carbon, trapped for millennia, seeps into the atmosphere, accelerating the very warming that caused it. It's a feedback loop from hell, and Alaska's trapped in the center. Yet hope flickers. In Anchorage, scientists track methane spikes with drones. In Bethel, Yupik fishermen adapt with new nets for salmon migrating north. And in Juneau, lawmakers debate the impossible: how to wean Alaska off oil without bankrupting it. The question isn't whether Alaska will change, it's who gets to decide how. Will it be the oil giants? The politicians? Or the Inupiat teen learning to pilot a drone to monitor whale migrations? The last frontier's greatest resource isn't underground. It's the resilience of the people standing firm between ice and industrial might. Chapter 3, Canada's Arctic, where reckoning meets resilience. This is where maps go to die. Canada's Arctic is a fractured empire of ice, a wilderness so vast it could swallow Europe whole, yet so fragile a single degree of warming can rewrite its future. Picture a land where glaciers calve like thunder, where narwhals pierce icy waters with spiral tusks, and where the Inuit have turned survival into an art form over 4,000 years. But make no mistake, this isn't some frozen museum. Nunavut, Canada's youngest territory, is ground zero for a revolution. Inuit governors now sit where colonial administrators once ruled. Inuktitut, once banned in schools, blares from radios and courtroom benches. Yet as traditions resurge, the land itself slips away. Ever heard a glacier weep? Scientists have. Hydrophones pick up the eerie groans of melting ice in fjords near Ilulissat. Meanwhile, permafrost swallows cabins whole in Dawson City, while wildfires, yes, wildfires now torch tundra that hasn't burned in millennia. The paradox? Canada's Arctic is awakening just as it disappears. The fabled Northwest Passage, a graveyard for 19th century explorers, is now a shipping shortcut, with Russian tankers eyeing routes through Inuit hunting grounds. Mining companies drool over rare earth metals beneath caribou calving sites. And that iconic Canadian polar bear? Its sea ice hunting platform is literally dissolving. But here's what the headlines miss. Inuit hunters are becoming drone pilots, mapping ice thickness for their communities. Artists like Germain Arnautoyok etch vanishing landscapes into prints that fetch thousands down south. And in a Churchill lab, biologists are breeding algae to slow glacier melt, because in the Arctic, even the tiniest organisms hold power. So I ask you, can a nation reconcile its colonial past with an unstable future? Can ice roads become solar highways? The answers may lie not in Ottawa's parliament, but in an Inuit elder's warning. The land doesn't belong to us, we belong to it. Chapter 4. Greenland, the ice giant's gamble. Greenland is a deception. Its name whispers greenery, yet 80% is buried under an ice sheet so massive it warps the Earth's crust. This is ground zero for climate dominoes. If its ice fully melts, global seas rise 7 meters. But here's the twist. As the ice dies, Greenland itself is waking up. Follow a sled dog team in Ilulissat at midnight sun. The musher, an Inuit fisherman, navigates fjords where glaciers retreat at 40 meters daily, a rate visible in human time. Yet beneath his boots, something else stirs. Rubies, uranium, and enough rare earth metals to power every smartphone on Earth. China's already knocking. Kangerlussuaq, 2023, a sandstorm. In Greenland. Dust from newly exposed soil darkens the ice, accelerating melt. Meanwhile, Nuuk's politicians debate independence from Denmark, funded by mining or throttled by eco-conscious voters? The dilemma plays out in neon-lit bars where geologists clink beers with seal hunters. But Greenland's secret weapon? Its people. Inuit chefs reinvent Arctic fusion with muskox tartare. Scientists drill ice cores revealing 120,000 years of climate data, with a side of Viking DNA. And at the abandoned U.S. Thule base, rusting Cold War radars stand sentinel over new battle lines, not east versus west, but exploitation versus survival. The question isn't whether Greenland will change, it's whether the world will let it lead. As one elder told me, we didn't cause your climate crisis. But our ice is paying for it. Now, the ice is talking back. Chapter 5, Iceland, Volcanoes, Virtues, and Vulnerability. Iceland is the Arctic's wildcard, a place where fire and ice literally share a bed. Walk the Rift Valley at Thingvellir, your left foot in Europe, your right in America, as tectonic plates groan apart beneath you. This is where democracy was born in 930 AD, and where 21st century climate hypocrisy is laid bare. Reykjavik bills itself as eco-paradise, geothermal pools, carbon-neutral data centers, and more electric cars per capita than Tesla's hometown. But follow the energy trail. Aluminum smelters have devoured glacial rivers. A single factory consumes 15% of Iceland's electricity to fuel Amazon's cloud servers. Yet the land fights back. In 2010, Eyjafjallajökull's ash paralyzed European air travel. In 2021, Fagradalsfjall erupted for 6 months, birthing a neon-orange lava field that became TikTok's backdrop. Icelanders shrugged. They've coexisted with eruptions for 1,100 years. But the real drama's underwater. As the Gulf Stream weakens, Iceland's cod, its economic lifeblood, migrate north. Warmwater mackerel invade, triggering fish wars with the EU. Meanwhile, glaciers lose 10 billion tons of ice yearly. Ökjökull, a 700-year-old glacier, was declared dead in 2019, complete with a funeral plaque, a letter to the future. Here's the kicker. Iceland could become the Arctic's green energy Saudi Arabia. Hydrogen plants, carbon capture labs, even plans to refreeze glaciers with artificial snow. But can it balance eco-ambition with reality? As a volcanologist told me, we're standing on a boiling pot, preaching to a burning world. Chapter 6, Norway, where oil wealth meets climate conscience. The Arctic doesn't do simple choices, and Norway embodies this paradox like nowhere else. Picture a nation that built its trillion-dollar fortune on offshore oil rigs, yet leads the world in electric cars and green technology. Where polar bears roam streets dotted with avant-garde architecture, and where the future of humanity's food supply is buried deep inside a melting mountain. This isn't just Norway's Arctic. It's a microcosm of our planet's climate reckoning. Let's start where the contradictions are coldest, Svalbard. Here, just 1,300 kilometers from the North Pole, you'll find the Global Seed Vault, a concrete fortress carved into permafrost meant to safeguard humanity's agricultural heritage. But in 2016, this doomsday library faced an unexpected threat. The permafrost meant to protect it began thawing, flooding the entrance. The irony was as biting as the minus 30 degrees Celsius winds, a climate-proof bunker, vulnerable to the very crisis it was built to outlast. Yet Svalbard tells another story too, one of radical coexistence. The archipelago's 3,000 polar bears, outnumbering humans, have learned to ignore the clatter of coal mines that still operate here, while scientists from 45 countries study thawing glaciers just miles away. It's as if the entire island is a living lab, testing whether humans and nature can share the Arctic without destroying it. Now fly south to Tromsø, Norway's unofficial Arctic capital. By day, it's a hub for climate research where marine biologists track how warming waters are pushing cod northward. By night, the same scientists might sip cocktails at a bar powered by melted glacier ice, a gimmick that tastes increasingly bittersweet as those very glaciers disappear. The city's sleek Arctic cathedral, with its jagged titanium peaks mimicking icebergs, stands as a monument to Norway's dual identity, deeply connected to its icy heritage, yet racing toward a post-oil future. This tension plays out most dramatically in Norway's energy politics. Walk through Oslo, and you'll see more Teslas per capita than anywhere in the world. But follow the money, and you'll find every electric vehicle subsidy is funded by petroleum kroner. The government's $1.4 trillion sovereign wealth fund, built on oil profits, is now the world's largest investor in renewable energy, while still holding stakes in Exxon and Shell. It's a cognitive dissonance that even Norwegians struggle to reconcile. Perhaps nowhere is this moral balancing act more personal than for the Sami people. In Karasjok, the Sami parliament building's curved wooden roof mimics traditional lavu tents. But beneath its symbolic beauty simmers a quiet revolution. Young Sami lawyers use GPS data to prove ancestral reindeer migration routes are being severed by wind farms, while their cousins work on offshore oil platforms that fund those same green energy projects. When Sami rapper Sofia Jonik's protest song, Achi, went viral, its lyrics cut to the core. They call it progress when they take our land. But what's progress without our stories? To know The answer may lie in Norway's northernmost oil fields. At the Snøhvit gas facility, engineers are testing carbon capture technology that could bury emissions under the seabed, a potential lifeline for the petroleum industry in a decarbonizing world. But just kilometers away, fishermen complain warmer waters have halved their snow crab catches in a decade. The lesson? In the Arctic, every solution creates new ripples. What makes Norway extraordinary isn't its perfection, but its willingness to live with these contradictions. As oil worker turned climate researcher, Eric told me on a Bergen dockside, we're all hypocrites in the energy transition. The question isn't whether we're inconsistent, it's whether we're learning from our mistakes fast enough. Standing on the deck of a hybrid-powered Hurtigruten ferry, watching the northern lights flicker over Lofoten's fishing villages, you realize Norway's Arctic isn't just a place. It's a preview of the painful, beautiful compromises every nation must soon face, where oil rigs and wind turbines share the same horizon, and where the path to a sustainable future is being carved, glacier slow, through layers of ice and irony. The midnight sun doesn't offer easy answers here. But it does illuminate one truth. In the Arctic, there are no clean breaks, only thaw lines. And how we navigate them will define more than just Norway's future. Chapter 7, Sweden and Finland, the silent revolution of the boreal Arctic. While most Arctic narratives fixate on melting glaciers and polar bears, Sweden and Finland's Arctic tells a different story. One written in the whispering pines of boreal forests and the mirrored surfaces of countless lakes. This is where climate change wears a subtler mask. where indigenous wisdom collides with green technology, and where Europe's last wilderness is being redefined. The journey begins in Kiruna, Sweden's northernmost city, where an impossible operation is underway. The world's largest underground iron mine, the economic lifeblood of this region, is literally causing the town to sink. But rather than abandon their home, the people of Kiruna are doing something extraordinary. They're moving the entire city, building by building. The 400-year-old church is being carefully dismantled and reconstructed. The school has already been relocated. It's a surreal sight, a community physically adapting to the consequences of industrial progress, even as that same industry funds their future. Just eastward in Finnish Lapland, another quiet transformation is occurring. The Sami people, Europe's only indigenous population, are navigating a modern paradox. Their reindeer, the living threads connecting them to this land for millennia, now wear GPS collars. Satellite phones have replaced smoke signals. But the greatest threat isn't technology, it's the increasingly erratic winters. The snow comes late and leaves early, explains 62-year-old herder Niels Anders as we sip coffee in his lavabo. When rain falls on snow and refreezes, it creates ice layers the reindeer can't break through to reach their food. This phenomenon, called lockup, is pushing Sami herders to unprecedented measures. Some now truck their reindeer to winter grazing grounds, a practice once unthinkable. Others supplement with imported feed. But the most innovative solution comes from young Sami like Elin, who combines drone surveys with ancestral migration knowledge to find surviving grazing areas. My grandfather's stories are now our GPS coordinates. She says, showing me an app that overlays oral history maps with real-time snow-cover data. The forests themselves are becoming unrecognizable. In Sweden's Dalarna province, bark beetles, once kept in check by cold winters, are now decimating spruce forests. The damage is so severe it's visible from space. Meanwhile, Finland's famous Land of a Thousand Lakes now has thousands more as permafrost thaws, creating new wetlands that release ancient methane. Yet amidst these challenges emerges something remarkable. The Nordic Arctic is becoming a laboratory for sustainable solutions. In Luleå, Sweden, the world's first fossil-free steel plant is rising, powered by hydrogen instead of coal. Finnish engineers are testing snow batteries, underground storage systems that preserve winter's cold to cool buildings in summer. Even the tourism industry is reinventing itself. Ice hotels now use solar-powered refrigeration, and husky tours offset their carbon through reforestation projects. The most profound change, however, is legal. In 2020, a Swedish court granted the Girjas Sami village exclusive hunting and fishing rights over their ancestral lands, a landmark decision that recognized indigenous knowledge as equal to scientific evidence. It's not just about rights, explains lawyer Britta during a break in a similar case in Finland. It's about rewriting the rules of who gets to define sustainability. As midnight sun gilds the treetops near Inari, I join Sami artist Marja as she weaves a basket from birch roots. People see the Arctic as either a wasteland or a wilderness to be preserved, she reflects. But for us, it's always been a relationship. Her hands move steadily, the roots bending but not breaking, much like the Sami culture itself, adapting without surrendering its essence. Perhaps that's the ultimate lesson from Scandinavia's Arctic. Resilience isn't about resisting change, but guiding it. As Norway's oil-funded sovereign wealth fund invests in renewables, as Swedish miners partner with Sami communities, and as Finnish cities build on permafrost while preparing for its thaw, these nations are showing that even in the face of unprecedented transformation, some threads remain unbroken. The silver green of a birch leaf in summer, the crunch of snow under reindeer hooves, and the quiet determination of those who call this fragile frontier home. The boreal Arctic may not have the dramatic icebergs of Greenland or the geopolitical drama of Russia's north. But in its quiet, steadfast way, it's writing one of the most important chapters in the region's future, proving that sometimes the most revolutionary changes happen not with a bang, but with the patient persistence of roots pushing through frozen ground. Chapter 8, Russia's Arctic, the thawing frontier of power and peril. The numbers alone stagger the imagination. Russia controls 53% of the Arctic coastline, a frozen empire stretching from Norway's border to the Bering Strait. But this is no silent wilderness. It's a geopolitical chessboard where climate change is redrawing the rules of the game. As the ice retreats, Russia is moving in with a mix of military might, industrial ambition, and ecological recklessness that could determine the future of the entire Arctic. Our journey begins in Murmansk, home to Russia's nuclear icebreaker fleet. Yet even as the ground liquefies, Gazprom extracts 80 billion cubic meters of gas annually, piping it through infrastructure built on, you guessed it, thawing permafrost. The result? In 2020, a diesel tank near Norilsk spilled 21,000 tons of fuel into Arctic rivers, turning the water blood red. The cleanup crew used booms made from reindeer hair, a surreal fusion of ancient and modern crisis management. The human cost emerges in Chukotka's coastal villages, where Yupik and Chukchi hunters watch their world unravel. The ice used to be our highway, says 72-year-old whale hunter Anatoly, gesturing to the eerily open sea. Now it's a death trap, too thin to walk on, too thick for boats. His people's 2,000-year-old walrus hunting traditions are becoming impossible as pack ice retreats. Meanwhile, just 300 miles away, Rosneft is drilling the Vostok oil project, slated to produce 100 million tons annually by 2030, with pipelines crossing critical reindeer migration routes. Nowhere is Russia's Arctic paradox more striking than at Nagorsskoye Air Base. Here, on Franz Josef land, Russia has built a futuristic military complex painted in Arctic camouflage, white, gray, and baby blue. The runway welcomes nuclear-capable bombers, while the greenhouse grows cucumbers for soldiers at 80 degrees north latitude. It's a Potemkin village meets Dr. Strangelove scenario, a display of power in a place where temperatures still plunge to minus 42 degrees Celsius, despite climate change. Yet the most telling drama unfolds not on land, but underwater. As we accompany marine biologists on the academic Mstislav Keldysh, their sonar reveals something shocking. Methane plumes bubbling from seafloor permafrost at densities no model predicted. It's like opening a champagne bottle that's been shaking for millennia, mutters lead scientist Dr. Orlova. Each bubble contains a greenhouse gas 80 times more potent than CO2, a climate feedback loop even the Kremlin can't ignore. This is the Russian Arctic in 2024, where nuclear icebreakers escort LNG tankers past drowning villages, where military bases have Wi-Fi but no reliable heat, and where the very thaw that enables resource extraction threatens to make the region uninhabitable. As our helicopter lifts off from a drilling platform in the Pechora Sea, the endless white expanse below seems both indomitable and fragile, much like Russia itself, staking its future on a melting frontier. The question isn't whether Russia will dominate the Arctic. It already does. The real mystery is whether this dominance will accelerate the region's destruction, or whether the sheer scale of the coming crisis will force even Moscow to change course. One thing's certain, as goes Russia's Arctic, so goes the planet's climate future. And right now, the ice is voting with its feet.